Hi friends, this is your plant lover Neil and you are watching Plants My Love. In this video, I'll show you how to grow eggplant from cutting. This is a 3-month worth of plant growth update videos. We'll first cover the plant information, in which we will see from where originally eggplant came from and the best temperatures to grow eggplant. Also, we'll see the various types of eggplant varieties, the different colors and sizes. Next, we will cover which branch of eggplant should be taken for cutting, how thick the branch should be, how long the branch should be, and from where should we cut the branch. Then we will look at how to prepare the cuttings, then followed by the soil medium required for growing cuttings, and what is the growing environment required, how long you have to keep the cutting before transplantation, and how much sun is required for growing the cutting. Also, we will be talking about the moisture requirement. Then we will look at the plant growth updates for 3 months. So if you like this video, don't forget to smack that like button. It takes a lot of effort, friends, to make such videos. So don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Also, if you would like us to cover some other plant, share that in the comment section down below. Keep watching Plants My Love. Eggplant, also known as brinjal, and in Hindi it is called bagan. This beautiful looking fruit is also very tasty. This vegetable plant belongs to the nightshade family, like tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers, and it's known for its edible fruit. It is believed that it has been domesticated from the wild nightshade species called thorn or bitter apple. The plant species is believed to have been originated in India and it grows well in warm climates. The ideal growing temperature range is from 21 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade, but it can also survive and fruit at higher temperature. In fact, in Ahmedabad, where I stay, the temperature usually is above 35 degrees centigrade, and still we get a very good harvest of eggplant. The eggplant, as you can see from the pictures, comes in different colors from white, purple, green, black, and even some have got white stripes. Also, the shapes varies quite a bit depending upon the breed of the eggplant. You can have round eggplant which are usually large in size. Then there's very small but slender and beautiful looking long eggplants. And then there's something in between the round and the slender long eggplants. Now let us look how to grow eggplants from cuttings. The first step to grow eggplant from cutting is to select the branch that we will be using as cutting. To grow eggplant from cutting, the branch you should select should be a green stem softwood cutting, and this should be around 4 to 6 inches long cutting, and you have to cut it below the leaf node and make sure that the stem that you are cutting is not very thin. So as you can see in the videos, I have cut several stems. In total, I will be cutting around 6 eggplant cuttings, and also you have to make sure that the bottom part is cut at an angle of 45 degrees. This ensures that the root development happens faster. Now once we have cut all the eggplant cuttings, the next step is to prepare the cuttings. For preparing the cutting, the first thing is to do is to remove the extra leaves. So as you can see, just remove the bottom leaf completely, and at the top leaves the small leaves and few other leaves. Also, if you see any flower buds, you have to remove them also, as it will consume energy from the cutting in developing the flower, and since we only require the cutting to develop roots, that will be wasteful use of its energy. Okay, now this is the growing medium that I am using. This is basically garden soil and 50% homemade compost. And I've used paper pots for this, and I've added a plastic tray at the bottom. So I'll be watering it from the bottom. I thought that this would be a good way to grow cuttings, but I found that the paper pot attracts a lot of fungus, and if you keep it moist, which is required for growing the cutting, the fungus grows very quickly on the paper pot. So next time I would try the same thing with plastic pots. Anyway, so using this tool, I'll be creating holes for adding the cuttings, And now we'll be adding this rooting hormone. This is optional, it just improves the chance of getting a successful cutting. If you do not have it, then no problem, you can just skip this. For applying rooting hormone, I'll be taking out a little bit quantity of rooting hormone on the in the cover. This much should be good enough. And then I'll dip the cutting in water and then dip it in the rooting hormone like that. Once the cutting is completely covered with rooting hormone powder, I'll just place it in the container and tap it. Similarly, I'll do it for others. The best growing medium for cutting is river sand, which drains pretty quickly. So if you have got a river sand, then use that for growing your cuttings. Now I'll add the remaining rooting hormone at the top. So whenever I add water, it will go down and get absorbed by the cutting. I am growing this cutting in monsoon season, so I have not used humidity dome. But if you are growing it in winters when the humidity is quite low, then I would suggest that you use a humidity dome, which is basically a plastic polythene bag which retains the moisture in the air around the cutting so that the cuttings do not dry out that quickly. So for 1 month you have to keep it in indirect sunlight or till you see new growth. The temperature should be below 35 degrees centigrade or ideally between 30 to 25 degrees centigrade for growing cuttings successfully. Now I'll water these cuttings from the bottom. I'll just pour the water in the tray and let it sit in the water for around half an hour. And if there's still some water remaining, I'll drain that water out. This way the cuttings will not get disturbed and it will not get overwatered. This is an update after 13 days. You can see some of them did not survive. The 3 vacant ones you can see in the front are the ones which did not make it. But these 3 look fresh and I hope that these 3 survive. Okay, now 17 days have passed and these 3 cuttings are still surviving. You can see the paper pot has already started getting mushy and the fungus has started growing. So we'll be transplanting them now. I'll slowly remove the paper pot. I'll peel it up completely. Gently do this. Make sure that the root ball does not get detached from the cutting. Okay, now I have removed the paper pot completely and now I'll transplant it in this container. This container is around 12 inches in depth and 12-inch in diameter. You can take a bigger container if you have like 20-inch container for growing eggplant. That way you'll get a much higher yield and the eggplant size will also be higher. So using this tool, I'll be creating a hole in the middle and then I'll simply place the cutting in the hole. Similarly, I'll do for the remaining cutting. Okay, now 2 months have passed since we prepared the cuttings and you can see how big and healthy these 2 cuttings have grown. Out of the 3, 2 cuttings survived. One cutting somehow didn't manage the transplantation shock and died. But these 2 cuttings look extremely healthy. You can see the stem is quite thick now and it has developed quite a lot of leaf growth and have become quite tall. Also branches have started coming out and some have also got flowers in them. So it looks extremely healthy and hope we'll get a good harvest from these 2 eggplants. You can see how big the leaves are. Now 3 months have passed and you can see 2 eggplants have grown extremely good. The flower has started blooming in one of them and the stem has thickened up quite a bit. The eggplant has started tilting to in one direction and because of this I'll be adding stakes to support it. This plant has also grown quite big. You can see the new shoots and branches, big leaves, and you can see this is also slanted in one direction and this also requires support for growing upright. I hope friends you love this video. It takes a lot of effort friends to make these videos and if you like it, don't forget to smack that like button. Share this video with your friends and family, and keep watching my YouTube channel Plants My Love. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Thanks for watching, friends. See you later. Bye.